Hey all you cats and chicks out there, welcome back to Control Players Unite. I'm your host, Dr. Red. Today we will be reviewing all of the energy acceleration, manipulation, and energy trainer cards in the current standard format. Once during one's turn, one may attach an energy to one's Pokemon from one's hand. This action is called hard attach or attachment from hand. If one wishes to attach more energy to one's Pokemon than this once per turn action, one must find other ways to do it. These actions are called energy acceleration. While more of an aggressive or aggro strategy, there are any number of aggro control or tempo decks that can benefit from it. Likewise, energy manipulation refers to the removal of energy from an opponent's Pokemon, whether through discard or shuffling it into the deck. Some cards will have an elaboration, others not. Let's begin. Alolan Exeggutor V has Growing Tail. Flip a coin if heads, search your deck for up to 5 grass energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like, then shuffle your deck. This card is popular with the Ambipom that allows you to flip a coin for every energy attached to it, and for every heads it'll do 60 damage. It also has the Dexterity ability, which forces your opponent to flip a coin if it attacks Ambipom, and if it's heads, the damage doesn't go through, it blocks it. So there you have it. It's a really fun trolling deck. Fortress AX is popular with any deck that needs to get a hefty Pokemon charged up quickly. Its exploding energy ability allows you to self-destruct. That is to say, you KO yourself to get 5 basic grass energy cards from your deck and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. It's popular with things like Wo-Chien EX, any of the Venusaur perhaps, anything that's big and bulky like that. Gloom has semi-blooming energy and the Vileplume after it. This is the fully blooming energy. So semi-blooming energy is when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve, you may look at the top 3 cards of your deck and attach any basic energy cards you find there to your Pokemon any way you like. The Vileplume does the same, except it's the top 8 cards. I saw this with Dialga V-Star before the new Metang was released. It actually was kind of fun as a meme deck, but this card hasn't seen any serious play, although you could use it for anything you want to get massive amounts of energy on, like Ambipom or Whiscash Mill. Hisuian Lilligant has Swelling Sense, search your deck for up to 2 grass energy, attach them to your bench Pokemon any way you like. Hisuian Voltorb, Cheerful Charge. You can use his attack only if you go second and on your first turn. Choose 2 of your bench Pokemon. For each of them, search your deck for a basic energy, attach it to that Pokemon. I've seen this once in a meme deck, nothing competitive. Toesdscruel has Clinging Spore. Attach a basic grass from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. Wo-Chien has Leafbringer. Attach up to 2 basic from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. Chi-Yu, same thing with Flarebringer, except it's fire energy. Chi-Yu X also has Flame Surge. Choose up to 3 of your bench Pokemon. For each of those Pokemon, search your deck for a basic fire and attach it to that Pokemon. Shuffle your deck. I faced it today, actually, although Chi-Yu X is typically found not in regular fire decks, but in Block Snorlax and Pidgeot EX control for Jealousy Singe Mill. Reshiram V has Sparkling Wing. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, attach them to one of your Pokemon, shuffle your deck. Simisear V sees absolutely no play even for fun. You may attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your hand to your Pokemon in any way you like. Skeledirge, attach 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile any way you like. Victini, same thing with Assisting Flame. These cards don't see any play. Volcanion, choose up to 2 of your bench Pokemon, attach a basic fire energy from your discard pile. Sees no play. Baxcalibur is absolutely popular. It's extremely popular. It is a staple in Chien-Pao EX decks. Haven't seen it played anywhere else. Doesn't really need to be. It is a massively important Pokemon in its own right, just for Chien-Pao. Has the Super Cold ability. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a basic water from your hand to one of your Pokemon. You could probably find other uses for it, but Chien-Pao EX is the main one. Blastoise, I see this card a lot in those fun meme decks that want to get massive amounts of energy out, like the Vileplume we just saw. Vitality Spring, once during your turn, you search your deck for 6 energy cards, attach them any way you like, and your turn ends. Baby Chien-Pao, Snowbringer, search for 2 basic water energy, attach them to one of your Pokemon from your discard pile. Finneon, Oceanic Accompaniment. As often as you like during your turn, attach a water energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon that has the Swim Freely attack. Garchomp EX, attach up to 3 basic fighting energy cards from your discard pile to your bench Pokemon any way you like. This has been paired with a lot of things, from Lucario to Whiscash. It's still waiting for its moment in the sun, though. The way Dialga VSTAR is getting its moment in the sun right now, it just doesn't have what it needs to really thrive. But I think what it needs is still out there. The new Drilbur card, which we'll see here. Will we see it? Oh, that discards it. The new Drilbur card discards 3 fighting energy from your discard pile, although it doesn't accelerate them. So there you have it. Kingler V and Kingler VMAX have basically the same attack. Falling Bubbles. Flip a coin of heads. Search your deck for 5 water energy cards. Attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. It's basically the same as Alolan Executor V. Then Bubbles Galore does the same thing, except it's not on a coin flip. I saw this once in a Japanese City League deck. Otherwise, it has never seen competitive play. Kyurem V was the popular meme deck that some of the content creators were putting out there. Has Rapid Freeze. Attach any number of water energy cards from your hand to your Pokemon any way you like. Kyurem VMAX. Glaciated World. Once during your turn, you may discard the top card of your deck. If that card is a water energy card, attach it to one of your Pokemon. There's a way to do this where like you have 20-25 water energy in your deck. You basically can almost guarantee it. It's fun for a while, but it just gets kind of old when it stops to work. Origin Form Palkia VSTAR has Star Portal. Once during your turn, you may attach up to 3 water energy cards from your discard pile to one of your water Pokemon any way you like. This is fantastic for charging up Radiant Greninja to take 2 KOs with its Moonlight Shuriken attack, which will do 90 damage to any 2 Pokemon on the board. Quaquaval. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. This is typically a one of in Quaquaval EX decks. Tatsugiri pairs with Dondozo, although it's usually not used as an attacker in its own right. It wants to be in the discard pile. Mise en place. Search your deck for up to 2 basic water energy cards. Attach them to one of your basic Pokemon. Boltund. Search your deck for 2 basic lightning energy. Attach them to your bench Pokemon any way you like. Magnemite. Same thing, except it's from the discard pile. Magnezone. This was what was paired with Dialga VSTAR until the new Metang was released. Giga Magnet says, look at the top 6 cards of your deck, attach any number of metal energy cards you find there to your Pokemon any way you like, and shuffle them back in. Mewtwo EX. Transfer charge, attach up to 2 basic psychic energy cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon any way you like. Zebstrika, Burst of Braying. Choose basic lightning energy cards from your discard pile up to the number of prize cards your opponent has taken. Attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. A really interesting effect there. Namorous V has Blossom Tail. This card has seen absolutely no play as well. Attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to your benched Pokemon in any way you like. Its Guardian of Love ability prevents the effects of your opponent's Pokemon's abilities. So something like Iron Valiant EX's Tachyon Bits ability is stopped here, but nobody really cares because Iron Valiant isn't really a thing much right now. Gardevoir EX lets you put as often as you like during your turn a basic psychic energy card from your discard pile to one of your psychic Pokemon. But if you do this, you put 2 damage counters on this Pokemon. This is a major archetype. Gardevoir EX pairs with pretty much anything psychic you can think of for any reason at all. It's extremely powerful. It wins tournaments, and if you don't know, now you do. And there's no shame in not knowing. If you're new to Pokemon, that's perfectly fine. Just know Gardevoir is a huge contender. It's an archetype, and you need to really look into this card if you're interested in building aggro decks. I've never seen this paired with anything control, though, so that'd be pretty interesting if it could be. Grumpig has Powerful Steps. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards. Attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. Mewtwo, 2 psychic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. Sigilyph has Try Recharge. Flip 3 coins. Attach a number of basic energy cards up to the number of heads from your discard pile to your bench Pokemon any way you like. Wigglytuff has an interesting one. Balloon Therapy. Once during your turn, you may attach a therapeutic energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Therapeutic energy doesn't allow you to be affected by specific status conditions, and it gets rid of them if you have it already. Xatu with Clairvoyant Sense. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic energy card from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, you draw 2. And just to clarify, everybody, this is any benched Pokemon, not just psychic Pokemon. Claydol has Mystery Charge. You may use this ability if you have no supporter cards in your discard pile. It is possible to work. I've seen it as a meme decks online. Once during your turn, you may attach a fighting energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. This is the Drilbur I was referring to. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 3 basic fighting cards, and discard them, then shuffle your deck. So while you're not accelerating, I included this card for completion for stuff like Groudon EX and the Garchomp we looked at for accelerating fighting energy from the discard pile. Garganacl, energizing rock salt, because that's what it means. Garganacl, gargantuan, salt. Knuckle is sodium chloride. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic fighting energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. If you attach energy to a Pokemon in this way, heal 30 damage from that Pokemon. Groudon, swelling power, attach a basic fighting from your hand to one of your Pokemon. This is the Groudon EX I just mentioned. Dino Cry, once during your turn, you may attach up to 2 basic fighting energy cards from your discard to your basic fighting Pokemon. Not any Pokemon, just fighting. In any way you like. If you use this ability, your turn ends. This sees a lot of play in like serious rogue decks, but with the advent of different kinds of acceleration, like with Xatu and Metang, if you have a card that can take colorless energy, as in any energy, the other cards are just a better choice rather than Groudon, although the Wild Impact is really good for getting a big KO perhaps. But Groudon EX saw a lot of play when it was first released, but not so much right now. Lycanroc, attach 2 basic fighting energy cards from your discard to your bench Pokemon. Medicham, search your deck for up to 2 basic fighting energy cards and attach them to your bench Pokemon any way you like. Mudsdale, attach a basic fighting card from your discard to each of your benched Pokemon. That's really interesting. So if you have 5, there it is. That'd be a decent acceleration. To the fact that you're hitting a lot of Pokemon. This card sees absolutely no play though. Stonejourner, Power Stone, attach up to 2 fighting energy cards from your hand to your Pokemon any way you like. Ting-Lu, Standbringer, 2 basic fighting energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. Charizard EX, the best deck in format. If you don't know, now you do. Beware this card. If you want to win and you don't mind playing aggro, play this card. Do nothing more, do nothing less. Just look at it, look up deck lists online, look at what the champions are using. It just won the European International Championship because it is super powerful. It has the Infernal Rain ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may search your deck for up to 3 basic fire energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. It's absolutely overpowered in some ways, normal perhaps in another. It's not as bad, I think, as Mew VMAX, but that's a debate for another video. For right now, Charizard EX is the creature you want to focus on if you want to win or learn how good your deck is in defeating it. Hoopa, Hand of Jin, search your deck for a dark energy and attach it to one of your Pokemon. Houndour, for each of your benched Houndour, search your deck for a basic fighting and attach it to that Houndour. Interesting effect. Hydreigon, Tri-Howl, once during your turn, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, attach any number of energy cards you find there to your Pokemon any way you like, and discard the other cards. You can also attach special energy, as it doesn't say basic. Cobalion, follow-up, choose up to 2 of your bench Pokemon for each of those Pokemon. Search your deck for a basic energy card, attach it to that Pokemon. This card is actually used in a number of anti-Charizard EX decks because it says your basic Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active dark Pokemon. That's the ability Justified Law. Goldango, Lavish Hospitality, you may attach any number of basic metal energy cards from your hand to your Pokemon any way you like. Klinklang, Triple Gears, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve during your turn, you may search your deck for 3 basic energy cards of any kind and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. I've seen this in meme decks, nothing more. There's Metang. This is the golden standard of energy acceleration right now. Not card draw, energy acceleration. Metal Maker. Once during your turn, look at the top 4 cards of your deck and attach any number of basic metal energy cards you find there to your Pokemon in any way you like. Shuffle the other cards and put them back on the bottom of your deck. Don't shuffle them into the deck, put them on the bottom. It increases your chances of getting more metal. If you, instead of like the Magnezone we looked at, it's the crown jewel for energy acceleration right now, so definitely keep it in mind. It's basically made to be paired with Dialga VSTAR. Zacian, attach a basic metal energy card from your discard to one of your benched Pokemon. Dragonite, Energy Hurricane. This card is good with Regidrago VSTAR, though I don't really see too many builds of Regidrago VSTAR with it. Search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards. Attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. Shuffle your deck. Dragonite VSTAR with the Draconic Star VSTAR power. Look at the top 12 cards of your deck and attach any number of water or lightning energy cards you find there to your Pokemon in any way you like. Miraidon, this is the setup card for future box decks. Peak acceleration. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards. Attach them to your future Pokemon any way you like. And its 40 damage will increase with the more Iron Crown EXs on the bench, so beware of that. Zygarde, Shout of Power. Attach a basic card from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. Arceus VSTAR. This used to be the major card of the entire format when Astral Radiance, I think it was Astral Radiance was released, or was it, oh no, was it Brilliant? The one before it, doesn't matter. Trinity Nova does 200 damage. Search your deck for 3 basic energy cards, attach them to your Pokemon V in any way you like. It's so versatile, you can put it with any V you want, and it's even been paired with Charizard EX when Charizard EX first came out for its VSTAR Power Starbirth. Searching the deck for any 2 cards, putting them into your hand. It's extremely powerful still, even with everything else that's around it, so definitely consider it if you want to do some aggro control. Archeops is paired with Lugia. Primal Turbo, once during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 special energy cards, attach them to one of your Pokemon, shuffle your deck. Eevee, attach an energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Leafeon, search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards of different types, attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. Hawlucha, attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. Smeargle, interesting effect. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck with Colorful Palette. You may attach any number of basic energy cards you find there to one of your Pokemon, not any way you like, and shuffle the cards back into your deck. Squawkabilly EX, Motivate, attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. That's an extremely good backup attack considering its Squawk and Seize ability can be used only on the first turn. It's popular for that reason alone, but after that it's not completely useless unlike some other cards like say Lumineon V. And we're back to the beginning. Now we're going to get into energy manipulation cards. These are cards that will discard energy from your opponent's Pokemon or shuffle them back into the deck. Masquerain says flip a coin until you get tails for each heads, shuffle an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their deck. Doesn't see any play. Meowscarada might be a one of in Meowscarada EX decks, but otherwise it's not going to see any play. Trick Cape allows you to put an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. Orbital has the jamming attachment ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may attach up to 3 energy cards from your opponent's discard pile to your opponent's Pokemon any way you like. So a useless card, say like Lumineon V, getting a bunch of energy it can't use. You want this because of its mysterious wave attack, 50 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active. Say if Lumineon is the active, you want to make it the active. Scyther has Mach Cut, discard a special energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Victini, Singe Off, discard a special energy from your opponent's active. Gyarados, discard energy from your opponent's active Pokemon with Hyper Beam, but beware of the Untamed One ability. You have to discard the top 5 cards of your own deck. Ammonite, put an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. Pincurchin, discard energy from your opponent's active. Rotom V, not the one with instant charge. This is another one. This is a special promo card. It has the Lost Hack attack. Put a special energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon in the Lost Zone. I think this is an extremely overlooked card because not only is it a special energy in the Lost Zone, so it can't be regained with something like Silene, it's a special energy from anywhere on the board, not just the active. Mawile V. Flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active. Mismagius Magical Flick ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may move an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon to one of their benched Pokemon. Tinkaton, discard an energy from your opponent's active. Just in case you're wondering, none of these cards really have seen play unless otherwise noted. Aerodactyl V and V-Star has seen some play, but not too much. It had like its week in the spotlight, and that was it. Rock Crush discards an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Claydol EX sees some play in Pidgeot EX control with the counter-attacking Pincher ability. If this Pokemon's in the active spot and is damaged by an attack, you can discard an energy from the attacking Pokemon. Put a Hero's Cape on it, it can be a bit of a tank. Cleaver V has Axelash, discard an energy from this Pokemon. If you do, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Lucario V has Crushing Punch, discard a special energy from your opponent's active. Stunfisk has the Custom Trap ability. Why did I put this here? Oh, this must be a mistake. It's not doing anything with energy. Forget it. Never mind. Just ignore Stunfisk. Ghastly. Flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Gengar EX. Whenever your opponent attaches an energy card from their hand to one of their Pokemon, you put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. That's the non-curse ability, and it does stack. But it's also here mainly because of tricky steps. You may move an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon to one of their benched Pokemon. Energy manipulation at its finest. Put it on a Manaphy, put it on Rotom V. They can't use it. It's that simple. Thievul, I played this played against me in a meme deck. Didn't work though. Rubber One Run ability. When you evolve this Pokemon from your hand, you may have your opponent reveal their hand. You choose 2 energy cards you find there, shuffle them into your opponent's deck. Mawile, Special Eater. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may discard a special energy from your opponent's active. Hasn't seen any play yet. Dragonite V, Hyper Beam. Discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Noivern EX. Dominating Echo. During your opponent's next turn, they can't play any special energy or stadium cards from their hand, so it's blocking the use of special energy. Bouffalant, this sees a lot of play in Pidgeot EX control. Oh, and I should also note that Noivern EX sees a lot of play in Pidgeot EX and various types of control decks, trying to stop decks like Future Box and such. Lost Headbutt on Bouffalant puts an energy card attached to your opponent's active in the Lost Zone, extremely powerful. Gumshoos discards an energy from your opponent's active. On Pheasant is a new card manipulation archetype in its own right. It states that opposing wins will allow you to put 2 energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. That is a very keen disruption because now you have to recharge all over again. Now we're into some disruption cards. Crushing Hammer, flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon. That's an extremely annoying, irksome card. It's popular in block Snorlax. Temple of Sinnoh is popular in any number of decks, including Lost Zone blocks. All special energy attached to Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's, provides simply 1 colorless energy and no other effect. So Jet Energy is nullified. It doesn't allow Pokemon to go from the bench to the active. DTEs don't count as 2, they count as 1, and so on and so forth. Really, really devastating trainer if used at the right time. Giacomo, discard a special energy from each of your opponent's Pokemon, not just one, each of them. So Lugia V-Star, this can be a bit of a pest if it's having a hard time getting charged up. Giovanni's Charisma, put an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. If you do, attach an energy from your hand to your active Pokemon, so there's some energy acceleration there. Teamstar Grunt, put an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon on the top of their deck. And then we're back to Masquerain at the beginning. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to go through the energy trainers. If it has something to do with energy, here it is. Dark Patch, attach a basic Dark Energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched Dark Pokemon. This is popular in pretty much every Dark deck out there, especially Ancient Box and Roaring Moon EX. Also decks like Arbok EX with Darkrai V-Star. Earthen Vessel, extremely popular card used in pretty much every deck. You can use this card if you discard another card from your hand, search your deck for up to 2 basic energy, and reveal them, then shuffle your deck. Electric Generator, extremely popular in pretty much every Lightning deck, especially Miraidon EX, and also even in Future Box for charging up Iron Hands EX. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, attach up to 2 basic Lightning energy cards you find there to your bench Lightning Pokemon any way you like. Extremely powerful. Energy Lotto, not so much. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Reveal an energy card you find there, put it into your hand, shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Energy Retrieval is popular in Qian PAL decks. Put up the 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. Energy Search, search for a basic energy card, put it into your hand. Energy Sticker, this hasn't caught on yet, I don't know if it ever will. Flip a coin, if heads, attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. Miraidon EX is kind of trying to use this, but it's not really going anywhere. Energy Switch, this is popular, or it was popular with Roaring Moon EX before rotation when Moltres, Galarian Moltres V was a thing. Move a basic energy from one of your Pokemon to another one of your Pokemon. Gutsy Pickaxe, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card has a fighting energy card, attach it to one of your benched Pokemon. If it's not a fighting energy card, put it into your hand. So it doubles as kind of a draw card in a way. Letter of Encouragement, no play as well. You can only use this card if your previous previous Pokemon was knocked out during your previous turn. Search your deck for 3 basic energy cards, reveal them, put them into your hand. Mirage Gate, a staple for all Lost Zone decks, extremely powerful, extremely important card. You can only use this card if you have 7 or more cards in the Lost Zone. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards of different types, keywording different types, attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. Reboot Pod is made for future decks, attach a basic energy from your discard pile to each of your future Pokemon. Superior Energy Retrieval is used with Qian PAL EX and is also popular with Goldango EX. You can use this card if you discard 2 other cards from your hand. Put up to 4 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand for any 4 basic energies. Wait and See Turbo never sees any play because as soon as you use it, your turn ends. You can only use it also if you go second and only during your first turn. Search your deck for a basic energy card attached to one of your Pokemon. That's it. Magma Basin is extremely popular with any kind of fire deck, including Charizard EX for getting Charmeleons and Charmanders charged up. Once during your player's turn, each player's turn, that player may attach a fire energy from their discard pile to one of their benched fire Pokemon, but you put 2 damage counters on it. Blanche doesn't see any play. Draw 2 cards if you drew cards in any way. Flip a coin, and if it's heads, you attach a water energy from your discard pile. Candela is the same thing, except it's fire. Candace allows you to look at the top 7 cards of your deck and reveal any number of water Pokemon and water energy cards you find there, put them into your hand. So while she doesn't accelerate, I like that she finds them, and also if you have, like, say, a Baxcalibur, you can just get those energy cards right into play. Although the fact that Qian PAL EX can search for 2 basic energies is powerful enough, so I don't think this card will see any play anytime soon. But there it is. Gardenia's Vigor allows you to draw 2 cards, and if you drew cards in this way, you attach up to 2 grass energy cards from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. You see this in a number of grass decks, but it's really not all that powerful. You have to, I mean, Earthen Vessel could, I guess, guarantee it, but you need to have both the cards in your hand at once. Gardenia's Vigor is kind of frustrating to get going. It's kind of clunky, but you know what? If it works, it works. It's really popular with Regidrago V-Star because of the awkward charging for that Pokemon, 2 grass and 1 fire. So it is what it is. Gita is interesting. Search your deck for 2 basic energy cards, attach them to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. But during your turn, your Pokemon can't attack. So this will be a good turn 1 going second to really get set up quicker, because you might have to wait to evolve. You have to wait to evolve, but also because you could also stall your opponent if you have something like Mimikyu in the active. Giovanni's Charisma again. Attach your opponent's put an energy, attach your opponent's active into their hand, and then attach an energy card from your hand to your active to your own active Pokemon. So it goes both ways. It's attachment and it's manipulation. Lady, this is popular with Goldango EX decks. Search your deck for 4 basic energy cards, reveal them, put them into your hand. It's also a reprint of a previous card. Also, hello Red, pay attention. Lady came out before, so it's a reprint. Yeah. Money's Pride doesn't see any play. Attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. Mela is basically the replacement for Raihan at this point. You can use this card only if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Attach a basic fire energy from your discard pile, and if you do, draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. Poppy saw some overseas success with Arbok EX, I think it was. Move up to 2 energy from one of your Pokemon to another one of your Pokemon. That includes special energy. Professor Saw's Vitality is popular in every Roaring Moon EX and Ancient Box deck. Choose up to 2 of your Ancient Pokemon. Attach a basic energy from your discard pile to each of them, and if you did this, then you draw 3 cards. Rourke sees no play. Draw 2 cards. Put a basic energy from your discard pile into your hand. Spark is the same as Blanche, except it's with lightning energy. Tulip is fun. Put up to 4 in any combination of Psychic Pokemon and basic Psychic Energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. I say it's fun because if you have a card like Miss Magus, or if you're doing something with Gardevoir EX and it just goes in the discard pile, play Tulip, get it right back, and if you have a basic Pokemon already in play, you can just re-evolve and just start dealing out more damage anyway. EXP share: when your active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, you may move a basic energy from that Pokemon to the card this is attached to. This is also a reprint. Heavy Baton is basically made for Iron Hands EX, but it can be used with anything as long as the retreat cost of the Pokemon is exactly 4, is in the active spot, and is knocked out by damage from an attack. Move up 3 basic energy cards from that Pokemon to your bench Pokemon any way you like. Tactical Machine Turbo Energize. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards. Attach them to your bench Pokemon any way you like. This is really good for turn 1 going second to get something. It's kind of like Gita, except it ends your turn because it's an attack. Yeah, but it doesn't count as your supporter for turn. And we're back to the beginning. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for paying attention. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Please take care of yourselves, and God bless you.